this is Dave, and I don't have much time today. Actually, it's getting kind of late in the day, and I got to do my 30 minutes, probably be shorter than 30 minutes today. Had a surprise visit from my sister and a couple nephews today down from Seattle, which was fantastic. Went out to a movie, had some fun with them, and yet don't have as much time for my business. So I'm just going to do a couple quick things here because I know that daily activity is key, even if it's just real quick. I mean, a little bit every day is the key rather than a ton every Saturday, right? So we're going with the slight edge approach today. And first of all, I got an email from Dan, and his personal information is displayed here. So on the video, I'm going to blur this part out so you won't be able to see it, but because of that, I'll read it to you. So first of all, Dan, as you might remember if you've been following all these videos, joined last week, and he has two immediate questions. He wants me to contact him to help him set up an action plan for Edge, which I'm actually absolutely glad to do. But he has two excellent questions, which I think I'll cover that'll help you, and I'm sure many others of you have similar questions. First of all, he has this site, brilliantmastermind.com. You ought to check it out. It's very well done. This is his own site, as you can see, which is something I recommend everybody have. It's a blog, so it's very easy to work on. He's got some great content here, and obviously done a good job. So he's got this site, and he's obviously using it to build his business. And here's the question that he asked me. First of all, when I post an article to my blog, brilliantmastermind.com, do I need to change it when I send the article to e-zines or places like Squidoo? Will Google see it as duplicate content? Fantastic question. Question number two, in establishing profiles on social media sites, is there an advantage to using my personal name versus branding my site, i.e. Brilliant Mastermind? I look forward to talking to you, Dan. So excellent questions. So I went ahead and answered those, and I want to read the answers. I put my answers below his questions. First of all, here's my answer to the question on the duplicate content. I wrote back, here's how you do it. Number one, post your original content on your site, then submit it as an article to eZineArticles.com. Google will recognize your site as the original content, but eZineArticles will accept it because it's okay to post your own stuff on your own blog first. In other words, eZineArticles doesn't have a problem with that. And who cares if Google recognizes them as having the duplicate content? You don't care. You're wanting the natural traffic from eZineArticles.com and the branding and recognition and all those other good things. But, point number two, for Squidoo or Hub Pages, you must modify the content right down to the sentence level, or it will be flagged by Google as duplicate content, as well as rejected by Squidoo and Hub Pages. So rewrite it, then paste it there. So that's where you have to change up your content. It's not that hard to do. You've already written the content, just write it a little bit differently, and then you can put it on Squidoo or Hub Pages. So I hope that made sense to you. If you're a pro and you understand about content, that answer probably made more sense to you than if you have no idea what we're talking about. So given that, we'll just move on and at some other time drill deeper into content marketing. But second question, in establishing profiles on social media sites, is there an advantage to using my personal name versus branding my site, i.e. Brilliant Mastermind? My answer is use your real name on all social sites, but put your link where links are called for. In other words, be yourself on all the social media, and secondarily put links to your site. And I finish the comment by saying part of keeping the social before the marketing in social marketing. In other words, it's called social marketing, and we ought to do things in that order. Be social and then market. So hopefully he'll like the answers to those questions, and maybe you picked up a nugget or two as well. So go ahead and send that message back to Dan, and I'll try to get with him tomorrow to do any additional training that would help him out. The next thing that I'm going to do is I've prepared, before starting the video, an email I want to send to my team. Now, the other day I created a group in my Gmail account for everyone who is a direct recruit, someone who's joined me personally. And so the way I send a letter to them is I don't want to include all their email addresses in the to field or the carbon copy field. And they, I'm sure, wouldn't appreciate that either, because I'm sharing their private information then with the other people in the group, which I don't have permission to do. And so what I'm going to do is send it to myself. And so it'll be from me and to me, but most people get that, they understand. And so I'm going to pick my own email address because they know who I am. See, I'm basically just, they'll realize it's from me. And then what I do is I click on add BCC. So in the BCC area, we go ahead and enter the group, okay? And then the subject line, a few quick things for you. Pretty boring subject line, but that's what I'm going with. And paste it in there. Oops, I pasted in Dan's site. I've got to go ahead now and find the letter that I wrote. Okay, so all I did here is I wrote a quick update on Edge marketing. Hey, this is Dave. Just wanted to give you a quick update on Edge stuff this week. First of all, make sure and check out the blog at edgemarketingblog.com. Dan worked with the Black Box guys to improve the site a lot. It's much more user-friendly and has a listing of every training available every week. Make sure and plug into my 30 minutes a day training on Wednesday night if you can. That's where I really want to encourage our team to join with us and participate as often as possible so we can get to know each other and help each other as much as possible. Remember, success doesn't come from you doing a lot. It comes from a bunch of people doing a little. As always, make sure and email me anytime you need help. I'm super busy, but do my best to fit in one-on-one time as often as I can and respond to emails daily. Have a great week. I look forward to seeing you on the calls. Cheers, Dave, and then my contact information. So I'm just going to send that off, and that's the extent of my work today. But hopefully you picked up a little nugget or two that helps you in your business. Again, I'm absolutely convinced that a little bit of daily activity is all it takes to create tremendous success if you can create duplication. A lot of people doing a little will make it happen, not you doing a ton. And I'm going to prove it right here at 30minutesaday.biz. Tune in often and check my progress. More importantly, pick up a few nuggets that you can use in your own business. This is Dave Sherwin wishing you massive success in your business.